What is up, YouTube? It's Sharaya Danae, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, if you're not, welcome back, But today I'm coming with a story time. This is going to be a little bit of an emotional story time. I'm going to try my best not to cry in this video. I'm in a good mood today, but I woke up and this was just like heavy on my mind for some reason. Like, I don't know, I woke up and I was thinking about it. So I thought that maybe I should tell this story on YouTube. So this is going to be the story of the fire that happened in my apartment. This happened last year, April 15th, so it's getting close to the time. In about 2 weeks, it'll be a year since this happened. So yeah, I'm just going to be telling y'all the story. And yeah, that's basically it. That's all, just telling the story. So let's just hop right into it. That's all there is to it. Okay, so as I mentioned, this happened April 15th, 2018. It was nighttime, definitely. I'm about to check because I have like a Snapchat. I had just did my makeup. I'm about to show y'all. I looked good. I had just finished my makeup. Me and my siblings was all in my room, but let me get like the time frame. I'm gonna tell you. All right, so it was around 8:30. The video of the wow, I can't speak. The video of me doing my makeup, I took that video at like 8:35, and literally the fire happened minutes after that snap. So on this night, me and my siblings, we was all just chilling. We was all getting along that night. My mom was at work. That's another thing to mention. My mom was not home when this fire happened, and I know that had to be hard for her that she wasn't even there. My mom was at work, but I'm 18, just to make sure, like, we wasn't home, left alone, like, unsupervised. I'm old enough. I was 17 at the time, but it's like we were old enough. I'm 17. I was 17 at the time. My sister was 15 years old, and we had all of our little brothers. My mom has 6 kids. I'm the oldest of 6 kids. So we were all home. We were all in my room, actually. I think we was all in my room. Maybe my sister might have been in her room, but all my brothers were chilling with me in my room. And show y'all another snap of me and my little brother. So yeah, we was all just chilling, and my sister was making french fries. I didn't know until after, but my sister had been cooking some french fries in the kitchen, and she left the oil on the stove. So that's what caused the fire. So that's how the fire happened. So I don't remember how. I think one of my brothers had went to the kitchen to get a drink or something. I don't know. I can't actually remember that part. Like, but I just know he went to the kitchen for something, and he came back and he was like, "There's a fire in the kitchen. There's fire in the kitchen." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" And he's like, "Yes." So my brothers, they don't wear any clothes. They all had no shoes on. I mean, like, no socks on, shorts, no shirt. And we just had to get out the house. Like, there was a fire. Like, clearly it was pretty big. Like, I peeked a little bit, but not too much. We were more focused on trying to get out. So we got out the house, and like the fire alarms are starting to go off. It's getting smoky. Like, it's getting crazy. So my phone was already broken at the time. My brother had an iPad. My phone had just broke recently before that happened. So I didn't have my phone, and my sister, she forgot her phone. Well, like, she wasn't really thinking about her phone. We were trying to get out the house. So she didn't have her phone either. So we just got out the house, and we went outside, and we ended up like in the building across the street, like our neighbors that we know. So that's where we was at. I'm trying to make sure I'm like telling the story correctly. So he came, he told us it was a fire. We got out and we went across the street. So our mom was at work, like I said. So I had to call Price Chopper. I had to look up the number, call Price Chopper, and tell my mom that there was a fire, a big fire. I'm on the phone with her, and we're across the street, and like I'm looking at my house across the street, and in the kitchen window, all you see is fire. Like, all you see is fire in the window. Fuck, look at me. So, yeah, I had to tell her that, and she had to come. By the time she got there, the fire department was already there. They were, fuck. I'm literally already crying. I'm sorry. But, okay, yeah. I'm okay. They were on our ceiling, on the roof of our building, because we lived on the top floor on the left side. Yeah, we lived on the top floor, luckily. So they were on the ceiling, on the roof, breaking a hole in our kitchen ceiling. Yeah, they were breaking a hole in the kitchen ceiling. There was a whole bunch of firefighters going into the apartment, and we were just watching from across the street. There was nothing for us to do, obviously. So my brothers, like, they're younger. I have twin brothers. They were 11 at the time, no, or 12. They were 12. My other brother is 9, and my other little brother is 5. It's just so if you want to know the time frame, I mean, like, the ages. So we were in the apartment of their friends. Well, not like their friends, but basically like people that they know from the neighborhood. It was a really like small neighborhood. Everybody knows each other, especially the kids. Of course, they play in the park. So they were like playing the PlayStation or the Xbox, whatever it was. They were more in their own world over there. But me and my sister, we were watching. Everybody's around, everybody's outside, because everybody had to get out of our building, of course, and obviously everybody from the other buildings was outside. So yeah, then my mom showed up, and she came with my pastor and the first lady from our church. They all came. So my mom comes, and she just wants to like lay eyes on all of us. She sees us, and now she's like talking to the firefighters, you know, regular. So then, like, once everything had calmed down, the fire was out and everything, that's when my mom got to go inside to like try to find some blankets or like some shoes, like, and shoes and stuff for everybody to put on because they didn't have any clothes on. I forgot to mention, so we had a cat. It wasn't our cat, it was my Auntie Nava's cat, but we were like having him for her, watching after him, whatever you want to say, and we could not find the cat when we was leaving the house. So the cat was still inside this house while the fire was going on, and that was so sad. Like, he was inside. We did get him out. My mom called him or something when she went in there to get the blankets and stuff, and he came out and he was okay. Like, he probably had like some smoke inhalation or something, but he was alive, luckily, because I felt so bad. We couldn't focus on trying to find the cat. We had to get out the house, and we couldn't find him. So that was that. After my mom had went in there, I had went in there also to get, what did I even go in there to get? I don't know, but I just went in there, and it was crazy to see how the apartment looked. I'm gonna put the videos of that right now. So this is what the house looked like. Well, not right after when I went inside. That's just basically what it looked like. I wasn't recording. I didn't have a phone when I went in there, but just so you see how the house looked, like all the disarray, table broken. There was no couches in the house because we were just about to get new couches. I guess good thing we didn't get the new couch because we were supposed to that day, I think, or something. We were literally supposed to just get new couches, so that would have been annoying. But we just got a new washer and dryer. We had just had a new deep freezer, all gone. But yeah, our kitchen table was broken, holes in the ceiling, things just everywhere. And I go into my room, and there's a big old hole in my wall because I shared a wall with the kitchen. Like the wall in the kitchen is my wall in my room. You know what I'm saying? So there was a big hole in that wall. My room looked absolutely crazy because my dressers were right up against the wall, so everything was knocked down. And I just like broke down crying. Like nobody else had really cried like that. I don't think it was like everybody was in shock. But once I just went into my house and in my room, and into my room, and I seen like everything all in disarray, it was weird to me. Like I had never seen that, obviously. So that made me cry. And I think I just got like some shoes or something. I think that's what I was getting out of my room. Hold on, good thing I did not put on any face makeup today, but yeah, I went in there to get some shoes, whatever, and I just broke down crying like that. Just seeing my house like that when just a couple minutes ago everything was fine. It's like you really have to appreciate what you got because it could be gone in a second. We would have never thought that day we would lose our apartment. So it's just like you have to be grateful. But anyway, I just came downstairs with my shoes or whatever I had got out of my room, and I was just crying. Like I think I was trying to stay so strong because I'm the oldest kid. My mom wasn't even home, so it's like I'm just trying to be strong. Like I can't let them see me cry or whatever because they're all my younger siblings, you know. So shit, I need to stop crying. I'm trying to talk. Yeah, so luckily my Nana, my mom's mother, we call her Nana, she lived right around the corner. We walk there all the time. It's like a 2-minute walk. Literally, she lived right around the corner from us. So that's where we slept for the night after the fire. So when we got there, everybody's just, getting their stuff together, about to lay down because it was pretty late. We was outside of the house for a while before we left because family had to come. My Uncle Gary came, I think, and he brought us around the corner or whatever. So when we got there, I just got on the floor. I got a little pillow and a blanket. I just got on the floor and I went straight to sleep. Like, that really fucked me up, literally. Like, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I just went straight to sleep. And when I was sleeping, like, that night, I literally seen fire in my sleep. That shit was wild. It was like so traumatic or something. It's like I was seeing fire in my sleep. It was really crazy. The next day, I don't remember what we did the next day. Like after we woke up. All I know is, I don't know if we went like right the next day, but we walked over so we could go and get clothes if there were any to be saved. I mean, all of our clothes were fine. The fire mostly affected the kitchen and in the living room area because it was like spreading out the kitchen this way. But our rooms were in the back, so everybody's clothes were fine. They smelled like smoke, obviously, but like all of our clothes weren't gone. I guess that was a good thing about it. Like we didn't lose everything, because some people lose everything in a fire. Their clothes, their shoes, they don't get anything out of the building, like out of the apartment. But we were able to get our clothes, our shoes, stuff like that. personal belongings. Like I was able to get my lotions and perfumes and shit like that off my dresser, just stuff like that. So we were able to get all that stuff. I think that's what we might have did the next day, but we were just staying with my nana. So like just more like about how our life went after the fire would just be like, so we stayed with my nana for a while because she was right around the corner, and then we started staying with my uncle AJ in Leicester. We live in Worcester. He lived in Leicester. It was, I don't know how far away it was, so we would have to go from there to school every morning. It was just hard. Like it was far. You're in somebody else's space. When you just went from living in your own space, I had my own room, my sister had her own room, my mom obviously had her own room, my brothers had a room, and now we're staying in somebody else's space, having to sleep together. It was just different. So yeah, we stayed with my uncle in Leicester for a while. I don't know how long exactly we stayed there. I mean, like I'm saying, this is a year ago. Like obviously I know what happened, but it's like I'm not gonna remember all the little details about it. But yeah, we stayed with him, and then we stayed in like 2 different hotels for periods of time. I could add some more snaps of us or whatever in the hotels for however long we was there, because Red Cross, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, we had to go there. Me and my sister went, but we weren't really like into it like that. My mom was handling it, obviously. Yeah, they gave us money for the hotels and all of that, so that's how we stayed in hotels for the weeks that we did. I think we stayed in one hotel for a week, another one for a week. Churches and people from my mom's job, they were like giving us clothes, stuff like that. We were just moving around, just moving around because we needed a place to stay, obviously. We just had to do what we had to do. So after we left the hotels, I don't know if we were in the hotels before or after we went to Leicester though. I'm not 100% sure. I would have to look in my Snapchat again and see like where they line up. But yeah, we stayed with my nana, we stayed with AJ, we stayed in hotels. And then so this is when like we felt better because we had like a more stable place to stay, you could say, because next door from our apartment there was a church that my brothers used to go to. That wasn't like our home church that we went to, but it was right next door. My brothers went to like summer programs, camping, stuff like that with them. And this good man, he was a good man, Tom, his name is Tom. He was offering first to let us live in the church because it was like a church that had rooms. I don't remember how many rooms it had the kitchen, stuff like that. So he had offered to let us stay in there, or we can go live with him. I think that's how he offered it. I don't know. But yeah, we ended up staying with him. It was only him and his son that lived in that apartment, so there was a whole bunch of space for us. There was 2 rooms and 3 beds in one room. It was like perfect. My brothers got to sleep in beds, and me and my mom and my sister got to sleep in beds in a room, so that was fine. We lived there for a good couple months. So I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but what I'm trying to say is right now we still don't have our own place to live. So I'm just giving you the where we've been living type of situation. So yeah, we stayed with him for a couple months. He ended up he was moving out of that apartment, so we had to leave. Not like he kicked us out or anything, but he was moving. So we went where we are now. Yeah, so we ended up moving to a family friend. I've known him, like this family, there's like my cousins type thing, like when you're not really your cousins, but they're your cousins. that type of situation. We moved in with them. I've known them my whole life basically. So that was fine with me. It's like it was small in there, like less space than the last place we were at, but it didn't matter. So that's where we are now. That's where we ended up being. And that's that. And that's where we are now. We're trying to get into an apartment, obviously. It takes time, especially when my mom is a single mother with 6 kids. And I know that has to be really hard for her because I know she wants to be in her own space. Like, you have 6 kids, she has to work and all that. So I know it has to be really hard. That's what really messes me up, is just thinking about how it affects everybody else. Like, I know it affects me, it affects all of us, but it's like, it has to be really hard. Or you're trying to provide for your 6 kids by yourself and you don't even have your own apartment. You live in other people's space, stuff like that. So yeah. What am I saying? I feel like I'm telling this story so, I don't know, I feel like I'm everywhere. Not telling the story right. But whatever. Yeah, so what was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. So I had to move real quick, but I don't know. There's just some things I want to say, I think. Let me take this off now. It was cold. Around this time, there was a lot of stuff going on, especially for me. It was April. I had prom the next month. So while my mom is trying to get our situation together, I have prom dresses, prom dress, shoes, stuff to buy. I was about to graduate, so I had stuff going on. Prom, graduation, it was my senior year. And it was just, like, that kind of helped, like, having some things going on. Like, it would have been different if I had nothing to do and I was just dwelling in it. But it's like I had no choice but to keep going. We all had to keep going to school. I had to make sure I graduated, go to prom, all that type of thing. So that helped. But other than that, I just want to say, just be grateful for what you have. Even if you're not living in the best living conditions, or if you're not living how you want to be, you still have a roof over your head and stuff like that. And it could be taken away from you at any moment. Yeah, it could be taken away from you at any moment. So you should always be grateful for what you have, regardless of anything. Because you never know when it's going to be gone. It could be gone any minute. And you would have wished that you was grateful for what you had. I was always grateful for what I had. I think I was taught that. It's like I never was ungrateful for anything I had, especially where I live. We was all together. I had my own space. We all had our own space. And it was just regular. So it's just like, be grateful for what you have. That's why my family is just my everything. Like, I say it all the time in my videos, how important my family is to me. It's because we've been through so much, and then this happened. It's like we've been through a lot together, but we always had each other. That's the thing that helped during that situation too. We, no matter what, we still all together. Like, we weren't separated. We still all had each other. So it's just like, yeah, my family keeps me motivated, and that's why I'm gonna do everything I can to give them everything, because of what we've been through. We still don't have an apartment right now to this day, on this very day. So it's just like, be grateful for everything, period. That's all I really have to say. My phone's about to die. I really feel like I did not tell this story how I should have. Maybe I should have planned out and like wrote down or something how it went, so I could really tell the story properly. And I'm sorry that I cried a couple times. I should have known that was gonna happen. But it's really an emotional topic for me to talk about. But I just wanted to share my story. And yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more videos, leave a comment, whatever you want to do, and I'll see y'all in my next video.